Okay, any pains or injuries today? Okay. Good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is open flow. It is a level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether. Always being mindful to make good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Now, if your hips are tight, you might want to elevate and sit up on a block or some blankets, and that will make it easier for you to sit up tall. Okay, let's take a comfortable cross-legged position, palms face up. Fingers come together, Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. And as you ground evenly through your seats, elongate through your spine. And as you connect to your breath, let your inhales even out with your exhales. Smoothing out your breath. Through the inhale, let the crown of the head reach upwards toward the sky as you lengthen. And through the exhale, grounding firmly and evenly through your seat. Inhaling again, expansion of your lungs in all directions. And then through the exhale, let it all out. Continue to take the next few breaths at your own pace. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Gato Piwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Bihyendraha, Bihyendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes, palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the left hand. Chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side. Roll it back. Opposite side. Roll the center. A few more rounds. And chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And chin back toward the chest again. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extending your legs forward. Separating your feet. Turning your toes toward each other. And then roll them out. Draw in. Roll out. Draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Come back to center, switch them around. And back to center again, cross your shins, opposite shin on top. Raise the arms up high, extend, exhale, twist to the right. Stay twisting. Reach your right hand slightly further back and lean the upper torso back as well. So you're at a slight angle, and then twist again, finding a different spot along the spine. And make your way back up to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. So first, a vertical line as you twist. Stay twisting. Reach back slightly. Lean the upper torso back as well. And then twist deeper. Find a different spot. And take it back to vertical. Square back to center. Arms up. Exhale. Side bend to the right. Right hand to floor. Left arm overhead. Stay side bending. Reach your left arm toward the upper right hand corner of the room and extend a little bit more. So finding a different spot along the upper back on the left side to open up. So you're going to probably feel it on the bottom part of your shoulder blade on the left side. And take it back to stack. Raise your left arm up. Come back to vertical. Stay here. Bend your left elbow. Left elbow to the right knee. Inhale. Take it back to vertical. Left elbow to the right knee. Inhale back up. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale back up. Re-extend the left arm. Switch sides. Left hand down, right arm up. And side bend to your left. Stay with the side bend. Let the right shoulder descend a little bit. Reach your right hand toward the upper left-hand corner of the room. So getting the stretch in a slightly different spot along the upper back on the right side. All right, take it back to stack. Come back up to vertical and bend your right elbow. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, take it back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Re-extend, arms up. Extend the legs forward. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing your feet, ankles or your shins. Then re-lengthen the spine. Come back to a neutral position. And then hinge at the hips, draw forward. All right, so the way I like to teach a forward fold is when you come into any forward fold, whether you're sitting or standing, right? So we don't want to go automatically into the rounding of the back and the shrugging of the shoulders, right? So what we do want is neutral spine. And with that neutral spine, hinge at the hips and maintaining that neutral spine. So even if you're a little bit higher in the position of your forward fold, you're getting a much more effective lower back stretch. All right, so this is what you want. You don't want this. All right, coming back up, bend your knees, swing the legs back behind you. Let's come to your hands and then knees. Okay, so measure out your hands about shoulders width, palms are flat, middle fingers point straight forward. Knees under your hips and about hips width. Tucking the toes under for additional support. And this will take some cat-cows. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head, going into back bend. On the exhale, round the spine, chin toward the chest, tailbone toward the heels. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. 3 more times. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to neutral spine, so that's to warm up your spine. Reach your right foot back, tuck the toes under, and then reach through the heel back in space, so getting a nice stretch through the right calf. Shift back forward just a little bit. Release that tension, and then reach your right heel back in space, and the left arm forward in opposition. So you're lengthening through your left arm forward, right heel back. Then take the left arm out to left side, right heel out to the right side. Draw back to center again, left arm forward, right heel back. On the exhale, take the left hand into a fist, Draw the left elbow in and the right knee in simultaneously. On the inhale, extend out. 5 times. Exhale, draw the knee in and the elbow in. Inhale, expand it out. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, expand. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. Grab the foot and then kick up and back, going into back bend as well as a stretch into your left arm and the right thigh. Now, if you're not able to reach and bind, then you just want to stay here. All right, release. Left hand comes back down. Right foot steps out to the side. Walk your hands in and stand on your left knee. Now, if your left knee is beginning to feel a lot of pressure and you need some extra padding, you can take your mat about 1/3 forward, draw back in, and then you're going to get a triple layering of your mat for extra support. All right? So as you are, arms parallel to the floor, palms face up, and side bending over to the right. Take it back up to center. Exhale, side bending to your left. Take it up to vertical. Right arm back behind you. Sorry, switch arms. Left hand back behind you. Right arm forward. Bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Stay twisting. You're going to take your left hand and reach for your left heel. Reach your right arm up and back into back bend. So you're also looking toward the left side. And take it back up to vertical. Take the hands back to the floor. Reach your right foot back. And then maybe reestablish your mat. Coming back to hands and knees. All right, we're going to take 5 cat cows again. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Cow pose. Cat pose. Come back to your neutral spine. Keeping your right knee down. Reach your left foot back. Tuck the toes under. And once you have your toes supporting, reach back through the heels so your entire body shifts back. So you're getting a nice stretch to your left calf. Releasing that tension by leaning forward just a little bit. And then reach your left heel back as you pick up the foot. Reach your right arm forward in opposition. So the right hand forward, left heel back. And then let's move here. Take the right hand to a fist. As you draw the right knee in, draw the right elbow in, left knee in. Extend it back out. Draw it in. Extend it out. Draw it in. Extend it out. Draw in. Extend. Draw in. Extend. I realize I forgot this one. Right arm out to the side. Left leg out to left side. Reach your left heel back, right arm forward, bend your left knee, reach back and grab the foot. So again, if you're not able to bind here, right, then just stay here with the right arm reaching forward, left heel reaching back. And start to release, right hand down to the floor. Step the left foot out, and then start to come up. So once again, you're going to be putting a lot of pressure here, right, with the weight of the body. If this is too much for you, then maybe folding your mat in, getting extra cushioning to that knee. All right, so go ahead and adjust for that. When you're ready, take the arms to parallel, palms face up, and then side bending over to your left. Take it back up to vertical, and then side bend to the other side. Right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up. Right hand behind you, left arm forward, and bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist, stay twisting. Then reach your right hand to the right heel, left arm overhead, and then take it back into a back bend, looking down toward the floor over the right side. Begin to make your way back up. Take it back to center. Walk your hands back forward. Take the left knee back down. Reestablish your mat if you fold to your mat. And then from here, down dog. Start to pedal out the legs. Walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness. Walk your feet out about mat width distance. Walk your left hand to the center line and then walk it in just a little bit so you're shortening your stance. Then stay on your left hand with your right hand. Grab the left ankle and pull toward the left leg the best you can. So you should feel a little bit more lengthening on the back of the left leg as you draw toward the left leg. You should feel a nice amount of openness into your left arm, into your left shoulder, armpits, left ribs. All right, release, come back to center. Wherever your left hand is, you're going to replace it with your right hand. Okay? Left hand to reach over for the right ankle and then pull the torso toward that right leg. So again, you should feel a little bit more stretch on the back of the right leg, a little bit more openness into your right shoulder and the armpit. Release. Walk it back to the shape of your down dog. That means also your feet will come in a little bit. And then once you get to your down dog, inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose and round. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, right knee in. Kick it up again. Open up the hips and bend the right knee. Re-extend the right leg. Step it forward. Warrior 1. Ground the back heel down. Arms up high and extend. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bend the front knee, warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2, and same thing here. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2, flipping your front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. You can modify elbow to the knee or the right hand to the floor, and then reach your left arm up. Extend the left arm forward, extend it, side angle, going into left side stretch. And then let's take big circles with the left arm. Reach up, back, down, forward. 5 times. Up, back, down, forward. Smooth circles. Up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward. One more. Up, back, down, forward, and come all the way up into reverse warrior. Then lengthen out the right leg. Triangle. Right hand can modify to top of the shin, or the right hand to floor if you can touch down easily. Left arm reaching up. Now this time, rather than taking circles, we're going to take arcing of your left arm. So the left arm goes to the left side and then down toward the floor. So you're also rotating your spine. Inhale, left side and up. 5 times. Left side and down. Left side and up. Left side and down. Left side and up. Left side and down. Left side and up. One more. Left side and down. Left side and up. And then come all the way back up into reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to belly. Hands alongside the rib cage, elbows drawn back. On the inhale, lift up baby cobra. So we're taking 3 progressive cobras. On the exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it for Cobra. If there's a little bit deep for your back bend, you can always keep a slight bending at the elbows. And gently release all the way down, and then child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Lift the torso back up and coming onto sitting on the knees. Hands together in prayer. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms forward as you round the spine. On the inhale, lift the chest. Reach your arms up and slightly tilting back, looking up. Exhale, round the spine, palms forward. Inhale, lift and arch back. Exhale, round and forward. Inhale, lift and arch back. Stay here and wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Broaden and reach back, gaze up. Release, walk your hands forward, down dog. Again, walk your feet about mat's width distance. This time, walk your right hand in first and right hand in toward the center line and right hand a little bit in to shorten the stance. Okay, and then the left hand to grab the right ankle and pull towards the right leg. Release, and then wherever that right hand is, you're going to switch with the left hand, and then right hand to grab the left ankle, pull towards the left leg. Release, and then walk it back to the regular down dog shape. Inhale, raise the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round 3 times, right? Inhale, kick up. Left knee in toward the nose. Kick it up, open up the hips and bend the left knee, sideward scorpion. Raise the left leg up, step it forward, warrior 1. Ground the back heel down and rise up. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bend the front knee to warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2. 3 times here. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Left arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. You can modify elbow to top of the knee or the left hand to the floor. Raise your right arm up. Extend the side angle, right palm to face down and reach forward. And then taking big circles with the right arm, so they're smooth circles. Raise your right arm up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward. One more, up, back, down, forward, and come all the way up into reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle. Left hand to the top of the shin or to the floor, right arm reaching up. So this time we're arcing your right arm. So right arm goes out to right side and down toward the floor. So there's also rotation of the spine. Inhale to the right and up. To the right and down. To the right and up. To the right and down. To the right and up. Right and down. Right and up. Right and down. Right and up. Inhale all the way up into reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to your floor. Left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, come all the way down to your belly. And again, 3 progressive cobras. Hands alongside the rib cage, elbows back. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your belly and your lower ribs stay on the floor. You're pretty low. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. You're still hovering. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. So this time your belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. Slight bending of the elbows if you need it. So this is your Cobra, Bhujangasana. Start to release all the way down. And then child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Walk your hands in, standing on your shins once again. Hands together in prayer, but this time interlace with the other thumb on top. So it should be a non-dominant interlacing of your hands. It might feel a little bit awkward, okay? And then pressing the palms forward as you round the spine. Inhale, lift up and slightly arching back, looking up. Exhale, round the spine, reach forward. Inhale, lift and arch. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, lift and arch. Staying here, wrap the hands back behind you. And also here, interlace with the other thumb on top. Broaden your shoulders, reach back, and gaze up. Come back to neutral, releasing your hands. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. This time, we're going to take big circles with the right leg. So on the inhale, draw the right leg up. Exhale, draw the right knee in toward the nose, and you're going to open up the knee to the right side, and then kick the right leg all the way back. Right knee in toward the nose. Open it up the knee to the right side, and kick it all the way back. Right knee in, out to right side, kick it back. Open up the hips and bend the right knee, flip the dog. Roll on to outside the left foot. Drop the right foot back behind you, and extend. Flip it back again. The right leg comes back up, 3-legged dog. Step in, your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Take the left hand to catch your right wrist, extend up and side bend. So notice that the left palm is facing up as you catch your right wrist. And that will basically shorten your left arm and giving you a deeper side stretch by pulling with a shorter left arm. So that will give you more tension. Take it back up. Switch sides. So the right palm facing up to catch your left wrist, pull up, and then side bending to the right. Take it back up, release, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, bow forward, devotional warrior. Stay in that forward fold and release your left hand to the floor. Once your left hand is reaching, lift the torso up, raise your right arm up to twist in a twisted lunge. Or twist the side angle here, rotate the side angle. Extend the right arm forward, so extended revolved. Take that into a half bind, right hand behind you, and twist a little bit deeper. So using that resistance of the top of the right hand to your lower back, so you can draw the front of the right shoulder up and back. So that deepens your twist and more space to the front of the right shoulder. Now keep that half bind and lengthen out the right leg the best you can. And then once you lengthen, deepen that twist once again. So creating more tension. Now with that tension and rotation, raise your right arm up and extend the right arm forward. So extended revolved triangle. And then release the right hand to the floor to the outside of the right foot. So framing your right foot with your hands near your ankles. Now, if you need to bend your right knee a little bit because your hamstrings are tight, go ahead. Or if you have 2 blocks or 2 books and you can elevate your arms, right? And that is basically extending the arms, creating longer arms so you can more easily access the hamstring stretch. Once you have your placement of the hands and the stability of the legs, Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, deepen the forward fold the best you can. So same thing here, right? A forward fold. Try to keep as much lengthiness as you can as you transition to the fold. Instead of automatically rounding and drawing your chin toward the chest as you round forward, right? So you're going to lose the stretch of the back of the legs. So if you lengthen, keep that neutral spine, and then hinge at the hips with that neutral spine, you're going to get a lot more stretch to the back of the right leg. All right, starting to release. Bend your right knee, half moon. Right hand comes forward on front of your toes by about a foot and a little bit up to the right side. So in this case, it's probably toward the front of the mat on the right side. So the corner of the mat on the right side. Now raise your left heel back, flex your foot, reach back through your heel, raise your left arm up. Keeping the gaze to the floor first so you can check your balance. So you're looking to stack the left side over your right. Now once you have your balance and you're feeling pretty good, you have a choice of looking up. So that's the full expression of the pose. Now if that raise throws off your balance, you can look down once again. Bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand and grab the foot for the bind, and this is your Chapasana. And then once you have the bind, kick back, right? So you want that tension of the bow here, right? You want to feel extra stretch to the front of the left leg and the left arm. Now, if the bind is too difficult, right? Come back to the half moon instead. All right, let's start to break. Release your bind and step the left foot all the way back into Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Walk your hands wider, about a little bit off your mat, and slightly further forward. Come to your fingertips. You're going to lift the elbows up. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other so you're engaging your upper back. Pressing into your fingers, lift up a little higher. So your belly, lower ribs stay on the floor. So this is a variation, right, of that progressive cobra. Lift the elbows higher. Draw the shoulders in toward each other. Lift up a little bit higher. Lift the elbows up. Engage your upper back. Lengthen your arms. Lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. If you need to continue to keep a slight bend, keep that slight bend. Right? So by elevating into your fingers, you might get, and also widening your hands, right? What that does is it gives your shoulders a little bit more space. So maybe you can find a much more comfortable back bend here for your shoulders, right? All right, bending the elbows, begin to lower all the way back down. Walk it back in for child's pose. Walk your hands in, standing on your shins again. Take the eagle arms, take the right arm underneath the left. So you're crossing at the elbows. Bend at the elbows. If you cannot double cross, you can just press the top of the forearms toward each other. If you can double wrap, then the hands start to face each other, and then you're hooking your hands as well. So these are your eagle arms. Inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round your mid and upper back. So elbows toward the ribs as you point the fingertips forward. Stay relatively high. Inhale, lift, gaze up. Exhale, elbows in toward the ribs, reach your fingertips forward. Inhale, one more, lift up. Exhale, round to draw forward. Come back up to vertical. And then twist to the right by pressing your right arm up against your left. And you should feel a nice stretch through your left shoulder blade on the upper back on the left side. Inhale back to center. Twist to your left. Press your left arm up against your right. Square back to center, releasing hands. Reach your arms out and up. And then side bend over to the right. Back to center. Side bend over to your left. Back to center. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. So we're going to take big circles with the left leg, right? So the knee is bent. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Draw the left knee in toward the nose. Keep the knee bent. Open up the knee to the left side, and then re-extend the left leg as you kick back. Left knee in toward the nose. Out to the left side, and kick it all the way back. One more. Left knee in toward the nose. Out to left side. Kick it all the way back. Open up the hips, bend the left knee, and flip the dog. Roll onto outside the right foot. Drop the left foot back behind you. Lift the hips. Extend the left arm forward. Flip it back again. Left leg up. Three-legged dog. Stepping the left foot forward. Warrior one. Right hand catching your left wrist, extend up. So the palm is facing up as you catch your left wrist, and then side bending to the right. Take it back up, switch hands. Left palm facing up, catching your right wrist, side bending left. Take it back to vertical, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace with the opposite thumb on top. Lift up, gaze up. Bow forward, devotional warrior, crown of the head to the inside of the foot. Stay in that forward fold. Release your right hand down. So the right hand should be about a foot away from your left foot, right? Right hand about a foot from the left foot. And then raise your left arm up to twist. Right? The reason for that measurement is because you don't want to compress too much in towards your left leg. You want a little bit of space and lean back a little bit. Left palm face down and reach forward. Extended revolved side angle. Left arm up and back behind you, half bind. So again, pressing your left hand to the lower back, using that resistance to draw the front of the left shoulder up and back to deepen that twist. Keep the half bind, keep the twist, and lengthen out that front leg the best you can. So for those of you where this is difficult, right, hamstrings are tight, you can use your right hand to a block, or just lengthen to the best of your abilities, keeping a slight bend to the left knee, right, best you can. Keep the extension of the leg and the rotation of the spine. Raise the left arm up and to the front of the room, extended revolved triangle. And then release your left hand to the floor. Frame your left foot with your hands to either side. For those of you who need your blocks or your books, hands to either side to give you better extension of your arms. Make it easier for you to access your left hamstring stretch. So again, once you stabilize, inhale, lengthen your spine first. Do the best you can to maintain that neutral spine as you hinge at the hips to draw forward to deepen the hamstring stretch. All right, so once again, any forward fold, try to avoid automatically going into the rounding of the spine. All right, rounding of the spine is just going to undo all the tension you're trying to create for the stretch. All right, when you're ready to release, bend your left knee. This is your half moon. Left hand forward, about a foot from your toes, a little bit off to the left side, so this means it's probably toward the front of the mat to the corner of the mat on the left side. Tip forward to balance. Raise your right heel back, raise right arm up. So right heel is strongly reaching back, flexing. Right arm reaching up in opposition. And then again, once you balance, you can take the gaze up toward the sky. That really throws off your balance. Then you can look down toward the floor again. Especially if you transition into other poses, right? You want balance, so looking down will always help. Now stay here for half moon or bend your right knee. Reach back with the right hand to grab the outside of the right foot. Then you want to kick it back behind you and use the tension of the bow for the stretch of the right leg and the right arm. So really kick the foot away from you. All right, let's break. Start to release. Step the right foot all the way back. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Lower all the way down to the belly. Walk your hands again wider off your mat, slightly forward toward the front of the mat. But this time you're going to turn the fingertips outwards, right? About 45 degrees and come to your fingertips. Lift the elbows up. Engage your upper back by kissing your shoulder blades toward each other. Lift up to baby cobra. Lift the elbows up. Engage your upper back, kissing your shoulder blades. Lift up a little higher. Lift the elbows up. Engage your shoulder blades. Lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. Otherwise, keep that bending of the elbows. All right, let's break. Bend the elbows to lower down, nice and slow. Walk your hands back, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Standing on your shins, roll the torso back up. This time, eagle arms with the left arm underneath. So you want to line up your elbows and then bend the elbows, either upper arms touching each other or wrap the hands as well. So you're double wrapping. When you're ready, inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round just your mid and upper back, elbows toward the ribs, fingertips point forward. So you're not lowering all the way down. Inhale, lift up. So you're working on just your mid and upper back. Exhale, elbows in as you reach toward the fingertips forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back up to vertical. Exhale, twist to your left. So you should get a nice stretch to your upper right, the upper back on the right side and the right shoulder. Back to center, twist to the right, stretching on the upper back on the left side and your left shoulder blade, left shoulder. All right, release, back to center, releasing arms, reach out and up. And then exhale, side bending to your left. So all this is for neutralization as we stretch. Come back to center, exhale, other side, to the right. Back to center again, walk your hands forward, down dog. Yogic Squat. Step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand, right foot forward, outside the right hand. Toes are turned out if you can. Try to keep the heels down. So starting with the hands supporting and start to bend the knees and let the feet drop. All right, so if your heels are closer together, it's going to be harder for you to take the yogic squat with your heels down. So if that's the case, walk them wider and keeping your toes turned out. And then once you're ready, hands together in prayer. Press your elbows to your inner knees back into your elbows. And then palms toward each other, toward the heart center. Once you have all this resistance, let the seat draw down a little bit more actively, and then lean the upper torso back actively. So yogic squat can actually be a pretty active pose if you're pressing and pushing and drawing your seat down as you lift the upper torso back. So yogic squats are important, right? For hip opening, also stretching of the lower back, and also internally, right? There are a lot of muscles internally that are being activated here. So yogic squats are really important for both men and women to do, right? And start to release, hands to the floor, lift the seat back up, and then you're going to turn the toes back in. So your feet are now parallel to each other, pointing forward about mat's width, and just sway out your hips side to side, releasing some of that tension. And then when we come into a standing position, we're going to take this very methodically, all right? Come back to stillness. With your hands supporting on the floor, start to bend the knees and let the seat drop a little bit. You're not dropping all the way down into a deep squat. You're just dropping a little bit. Shift the weight back toward the heels. Lift the head and the upper back so you're coming back to a more neutral position with your spine. And then now through the strength of the legs and neutral spine, start to come up using the strength of the legs instead of your lower back. And then once you rise all the way up, step the feet in towards center. Come to Tadasana, standing mountain pose, arms alongside the body, looking forward. On the inhale, reach the arms out and up. Right hand catching your left wrist again. Extend up and side bending to the right. Inhale back to center. Bend your left elbow. Right hand to your left elbow. And then deepen the side bend to the right. Draw back to center. Take the right hand back behind you. And then with your left elbow, draw toward the right knee. So you don't have to come all the way down, maybe just halfway. Inhale, lift back up. Left elbow toward the right knee. Inhale, lift back up. Left elbow toward the right knee. Inhale, lift back up. Switch sides. Raise your left arm up. Raise your right arm up. Left hand to catch your right wrist. Extend up. Side bending to your left. Come back to center. Bend your right elbow. Left hand to the right elbow and side bending to left again. Come back to center. Half bind, left hand behind you. Right elbow toward your left knee. Again, you don't have to come all the way down, maybe halfway. Inhale, come all the way back up. Right elbow, left knee, halfway down. Inhale, come up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, come back up. Re-extend the right arm. Re-extend the left arm. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee, tree pose. Open up the knee to side, and with your right hand, you can grab the foot and place your foot to the inner left leg. So try to go above the knee joint if you can. If that's difficult for your hips and it's throwing off your balance, go below the knee joint. So what you don't want to do is go directly onto the knee joint. That might push your knee joint out of place, right? So just be careful with that. Once you're ready, arms up and out in a wide position. Balancing here, keep the gaze at a fixed point to the floor ahead of you. Right? You can also look straight forward if there's a point of balance you can look at. As you ground the left heel down, keep the crown of the head reaching upwards as you lengthen. Keep the arms reaching out in a wide position, so you're creating space through your shoulder joints and with that extension. Keep the right knee reaching back in space, so you're continuing with the stretch to the inner thighs and the inner right hip joint. And as you start to release, raise the arms up. You're going to take the right foot behind and to the outside of the left foot. Then take the hands to your lower back. So with your thumbs pressing to your lower back and your fingertips pointing forward, so you're framing your hips with your hands. Draw the elbows back to broaden your chest. Push with your thumbs forward, so your hips are leaning forward and the upper torso leaning back, gently looking up. So you're using your thumbs to create pressure, to press your hips forward, but you're also using that to help you create balance and stability. All right, start to lift back up to vertical, releasing your hands, raise the arms out and up, stepping your right foot back down, Tadasana, arms alongside. Let's stay here and take a few breaths. So your arms, you can rotate slightly forward, right, with the palms facing forward. If that is uncomfortable for your shoulders, arms alongside with the palms facing each other is okay as well. So you can do a little bit more work with rotation, which opens your chest and your shoulders, or you can just keep them neutral and relaxed. All righty. Starting to shift the weight to the right foot. Pick up the left knee. Open up the knee to the left side and take the sole of the left foot to the inner right leg above the knee joint or below the knee joint. Once you have your balance, arms up and out in a wide position. And then again, once you stabilize here, then you want to work on deepening the pose, like strong grounding the heel down toward the floor, activating the leg, and lengthening of the crown of the head upwards for the spine, reaching your fingertips out in a wide position for extension of the muscles and also openness into your shoulders. Press your left foot in toward the right leg and let the left knee open wider to your left side and behind you. So getting to the stretch of the inner left thigh, inner left hip joint. Gaze at any fixed point to help you to balance. When you're ready to break, arms up, and you're going to release your left foot behind and to the outside of the right foot. Then take the hands to your lower back. So again, your thumbs pressing to your lower back, your fingertips point forward, so you're framing your hips with an L shape of your hands. Draw the elbows back to broaden your chest. Push through your thumbs to lean the hips forward, upper torso back, and gently looking up. So you're taking it into a nice back bend as you broaden your chest. Start to come back to neutral. Release the arms up as you step the left foot back to center. And then releasing your arms, Tadasana, standing mountain pose. All right? Bend the knees. Rise up to chair. So when you bend your knees, you want to look down to check that your knees and your feet are lined up. Then, if you want to deepen that, right, you can bend your knees a little bit deeper, drawing your feet back slightly as you angle the torso forward and the arms forward to a diagonal. Try to keep a lengthy spine, so a neutral spine the best you can. There is a slight back bend here if you can manage it. On the exhale, lengthen and dive forward, standing forward bend. Take the left hand to center, creating a tripod. You're going to keep your feet together for this variation. Keep your left leg extended, but bend your right knee. Then raise your right arm up and right hand back behind you to twist. Use the right hand pressing to your lower back to give you resistance so that you can draw the right shoulder up and back to deepen your twist. Right, to the best of your abilities. If you have a lot of rotation in your spine, maybe your shoulders are stacking. If you have less rotation, maybe you're at a slight lesser angle. So it all depends on your flexibility and extension. All right, raise your right arm back up, right hand to the floor. Switch hands. So right hand comes to center where your left hand was. This time, you're going to lengthen out the right leg and bend your left knee. On the inhale, raise left arm up and behind you for the half bind. Using the half bind, the resistance of the left hand to your lower back, to draw the front of the left shoulder up and back to twist. And release the left arm up and down to the floor. With both hands supporting, bend the knees again. Let the feet drop. Rise up for chair. Arms forward, tail back. Do the best you can to keep that lengthy spine. Right? If you have less mobility, maybe you round a little bit. That's okay, as long as you keep the effort of the upper back lifting to at least a neutral position. Those of you with better extension, right? Maybe there's a slight upper back bend happening here. All right, rise all the way up into a slight back bend to release all of that. Come back to neutral. Stepping on the right foot first this time. Draw the left knee up, left hand to the left knee. Right arm out to the side for counterbalancing. If you have better extension, more flexibility into your hamstrings, this yogic toe lock to the left big toe and extend forward. Once you achieve your balance, then you can open up the leg to the left side. All right, so if you have the yogic toe lock, it's full extension of the leg the best you can. A slight bending of the knee, right, if your hamstrings are tight. If you're not taking yogic toe lock, it is hand to knee. All right, let's square it back. Reach your left leg back forward. Bend your left knee. Step it down to the floor. Bend your knees, chair. Exhale, lengthen, dive forward. We're going to come right back up and go to the other side. Bend the knees. Come up to chair, stepping on the left foot. Pick up the right knee. Right hand to right knee. Left arm out to counterbalance. If you are taking yogic toe lock, extend the right heel forward. And then when you're ready, open up the leg or the knee to the right side. Start to square back to center. Step the right foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Fingertips to the floor. Bend the knees and step the left foot back. Crescent moon. Left knee comes down to the floor. Now, if you need extra padding, right? If you have a towel, take a towel to your left knee. If you don't have anything near you and you want the extra cushioning, you can take a mat. Left side folding towards center will double up your mat, right? And you can work here. Or if you're good on the floor, on the mat directly, then that's fine. So you're going to lunge your hips forward, take your hands to top of the thighs. Let's check that the right knee lines up directly over the right heel. So you want a vertical line with your right shin here. That gives you a lot of stability. Continue to lean the hips forward for the left quad stretch, left hip stretch, left psoas. Once you have that stable, press your hands into your thighs. Think of your belly drawing away from your thighs to lean the upper torso back, and naturally you'll start to look up at a slight angle. But make sure that the back of the neck remains long and lengthy, right? Try not to drop the head back just to look up, but instead let the back bend dictate how far up you look. So I'm looking roughly about 45 to 70 degrees, right? So that is most of our range. When you're ready and you're set up, arms up, Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing, interlacing all the other fingers. Now, if you have the mobility, maybe your arms are alongside the ears, or maybe even behind the ears, right, if you have more mobility. Otherwise, if your shoulders are tight, maybe your arms are forward. Now, if this is tough with Venus Mudra, you can always separate your hands. You can even go quite wide, right? For those of you maybe with shoulder injuries, you can bend the elbows and palms face forward, and this could be good enough as your modification. 3 more deep breaths here. So this is your crescent moon, Kapyasana. All right, starting to break, hands to either side of the right foot. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee for pyramid. So again, you're going to lengthen over the right leg. So this time, notice that the left heel is back behind you, straight back, and maybe not touching down, right? Whereas the first one we did, the heel was actually down at an angle. So this is slightly different, right? Heel is back, the heel is off the floor, and you're still framing your right foot with your hands to either side, using hands to block if you need. Re-lengthen your spine, getting into that alignment first, and then with that neutral spine, you're going to hinge at the hips, draw forward, and really getting into the right hamstrings and right calf here. Bend the front knee, revolved half moon, left hand forward about a foot from your toes, a little bit off to the left side. So you're in a slight diagonal. Shift forward, reach your left heel back. Reach your right arm out and up. So it's opposite hand and foot as you take that rotation. You may remain here or bend your left knee. Grab the inside of the foot to take Revolved Chapasana. Once again, once you have the hand to the foot binding, right, you want the bow effect. So kick your foot away and lift up to stretch your right arm as you stack your shoulders even more deeply. All right, start to break. Step the left foot all the way back. Inhale, circle it up and around, reverse warrior, and then hands to the floor. Kick your right foot up, 3-legged dog. Draw the right knee in toward the nose for pigeon. Land that shin to the floor. You want to angle the right thigh off to side 30 to 45 degrees, and you're standing on your shins. With your hands supporting, inch your left knee as far back as you can so you can lower your hips as well. Untuck the toes, walk your hands back, and elongate. You want to feel level here, right? You're sitting on the outer right hip. you might feel like you're falling off to the side, right? So you're not very balanced. Make sure you're nice and balanced to the point that maybe you don't even need your hands anymore, right, to help you to balance here. Once you're set, walk your hands forward. You can stay with your forearms down if you're a little less flexible, or you can make pillows with the hands and rest your forehead down. So in this pigeon, you definitely want to feel like your hips are level. If you feel like when you're taking the forward fold and you've relaxed into the pose and you're falling on one side, you're definitely going to feel a lot more pressure, right? So I want you to feel like you're balanced in the hips, that you're equal on both sides, right? And that should level out your hips. So you should get a nice stretch to the right glute, to the right thigh, right knee, right shin. And as you reach your left toes back actively, the front of the left leg should get an extension as well. So there's a subtle activation of the legs here. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Alrighty, let's break. Lift the elbows back up. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the left toes under. In one movement, press into your hands, lift the right leg off the floor, and step it back to down dog. And then take lots of movement by pedaling out the legs and getting circulation back to the legs. All right, when you're ready, second side, crescent moon, left leg up. Step the left foot forward, right knee comes down. So again, if you need extra padding to your right knee, take your towels or mat. Right side towards center will double up your mat or directly on the mat. Once you're ready, walk your hands to the top of the thighs and lunge your hips forward. When you get to your deepest lunge, check that your left knee is directly over the heel, vertical line. All right, so then once you have that, press your hands into your thighs and lean the belly away from the thighs and the upper torso leaning back, and that will give you the arch of your spine. This is your crescent moon here. Once you have the arch of your spine, again, try not to drop the head back, but instead, let the back bend dictate how far up you look. Back of the neck remains lengthy, right, in a neutral position. Once you're set with all that, then the arms come up for Venus Mudra. So again, arms can be slightly forward, alongside the ears, or even further back if you have more shoulder mobility. To modify, arms can be parallel, wider to a wide position, or even bending of the elbows if you have shoulder issues, right? Alrighty, let's begin to break. Hands to either side of the left foot. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. You can always walk that foot in a little bit, right? And then you want to frame your left foot with your hands either side of the ankles. With lengthiness through your spine, inhale. Keeping that lengthiness, hinge at the hips to draw forward. So again, back heel, right? It's not touching down. Back heel is reaching straight back behind you, parallel to the front foot as well. So you should feel a nice stretch, your left hamstrings, left calf. Of course, you can always bend your left knee a little bit or take hands to blocks, right? Revolved half moon. Bend your left knee, reach your right hand forward about a foot. Tip the torso forward, standing on the leg. So you're on your left foot, right hand, and the hand and foot is in a slight diagonal. Reach your right heel back, and the left arm straight up to twist. You may remain here, or bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand to grab the foot, and kick back and lift your thighs. Use that tension of the bow to give you a deeper twist, more openness into your left arm, left shoulder. Alrighty, starting to break. Step the right foot all the way back. Circle it up and around into reverse warrior to stretch it out and derotate. And then hands to the floor. Left foot kicks up. Three-legged dog, preparing for pigeon. And draw the left knee in, land that shin to the floor. So you're in a pointed toe position, standing on the shin. Left thigh angles off to side 30 to 45 degrees. With your hands supporting, into right knee further back to lower your hips. And then untuck your toes when you're steady. Walk your hands back, elongate through the spine, and testing. Are your hips level? Are you balanced? If you're balanced, maybe you don't even need your hands. Then walking your hands forward, you can stay in your forearms. You can make pillows with the hands and resting your forehead. So again, finding stretch into your left glutes, extension through the right leg, front of the right leg. You have about 5 more breaths. Alrighty, let's start to break. Lift back up, walk your hands back in for support. Tuck the right toes under, and with one movement, press into your hands to lift, and step the left foot back, walk it out, side to side. Alright, once you're ready, walk your feet forward toward your hands, and start to come down to a seated position. Extend the legs forward, and lowering onto your back. Hug the left knee in. Stretching your left knee, left thigh, left hip. The left arm out to a T and twist to the right. Rolling to outer right hip, outer right leg. Try to keep the left arm, left shoulder blade flat to the floor. Recline twisting. And take it back to center. Switch legs, switch arms. Drawing your right knee in, let's stretch into your right knee first, and right thigh, right hip. Then take the right arm out, and then twist to your left. Take it back to center again. Hug both knees in. And then we're going to take happy baby. You're going to thread the arms through the inner knees to grab the outer feet. Let the feet go wide and the knees go wide. And then your feet are actively kicking up as you pull down with your arms. So there's an oppositional push and pull here. And try to keep the lower back and the sacrum toward the floor. So you're flattening your entire length of your back to the floor. And when you're ready to release, step the feet to the floor. Gently slide your legs forward, Shavasana, final relaxation. Your feet are separated, toes are turned out. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing up, eyes are closed, lips touching, gentle breath. Let it all go. Beginning to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. Rolling over to your right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. And when you take your seat, let's take your non-dominant shin on top so that you can move your non-dominant leg a little bit more to even out with your dominant side. Palms face up, fingers in Dhyana Mudra. Reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad. Breath deep and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Come up. Namaste. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through yobindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.